Hey, have you ever considered that getting more 5-star reviews is more important than what your salesperson says, what your estimators may say, or even what is written on your website? Yes, 5-star reviews are super important for your construction business. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to get more 5-star reviews for your construction business. Now, if we haven't met yet, I'm Liz Chisholm, and I help contractors just like yourself grow and scale their business through structure, metrics, and systems. So one of the systems that I put in is helping people get more 5-star reviews, because 5-star reviews are really the life and blood of a business. It is like getting a referral from a stranger to a potential client. So when you're working with a potential client or they're about ready to have a call with you and your team, then they are going on the internet to see who else has worked with you, what was their experience, can they trust you, will you do the job that you say that you're going to do? And so if you don't have the 5-star reviews that communicate all this, then your salespeople have to actually work harder. So the more 5-star reviews you get, the easier it is to actually close that job and get a signed contract. Now, the first thing that you need to do when wanting to get more 5-star reviews at the end of the project is to set them up at the beginning of the project. You want to communicate that you are going to give them a 5-star quality work and a 5-star experience throughout the entire process, and in return, you would like a 5-star review. When you communicate this level of accountability to them, first of all, it helps them trust you way more than anything else you can say. Secondly, it helps with that buyer's remorse, because typically they're handing you a pretty fat check for a deposit, and they want to know and be assured that you are going to do the work you say you're going to do in the highest quality possible with the best experience as possible. So when you set that review up at the very beginning, you set the stage for the entire experience throughout the entire project. So the next thing you want to do is actually fulfill what you've committed to. You need to provide that 5-star experience and that 5-star quality of work throughout the entire project. Showing up on time, showing up with clean clothes, doing a good job, cleaning up after yourself. All of those are the little things that really provide the experience for the customer. I remember growing up, I would work with my dad, and he's a floor covering contractor. And there would always be stuff that we're ripping out, and there's always, piles of trash. But at the end of the day, before we left to go to dinner, we would make sure that the place was swept, that all the trash was put away, that the piles of material were all stacked nicely, and the place looked presentable so nobody was going to trip over anything. Another way that you can give that 5-star experience to your clients is keeping them updated on the project status, really communicating with them what's going on, how's it going, and everything like that. People want to not be left in the dark, and they want to know what's going on. The more that you communicate with your clients, the better experience that they will have working with you, and they'll build more trust with you. The more trust with you they have, the more likely they are going to refer you to their friends and family. Now, the third thing that you want to do is ask them for the review. And you don't want to ask them for the review when you're walking through the job site and doing a punch list, because all you're checking is for where there's a paint nick and where there's something else that needs to be fixed and all of this like that. That emotion is really low. They're looking at all the issues that are going on in their job site. So you want to wait and ask for the review when their emotions are high, when they walk into their kitchen and it's been transformed, when they've walked into their bathroom and it's brand new and it's not grungy anymore because you did a bathroom remodel. They want to walk outside and see the siding on their house and it being beautiful compared to what it was before. You want to ask for that review when they are in that high emotional state of seeing the transformation. Now, you can ask for a review then, but then sometimes they may take weeks or maybe even never get a review written because they don't have time anymore and they've moved on and you're not there in their house anymore. So one of the ways that you can actually do this is you can say, hey, did we deliver on a 5-star experience and 5-star quality for you? And if they answer yes, which hopefully they did, then you can say, here's a link for you to give us a review. And while you do this, I'm going to just walk the job site real quick and make sure we didn't leave any trash, there's no tools anywhere, and everything is tip-top shape just for you. And then walk away. This builds in that 5-minute buffer that really helps them to get that review done and you to not have to go pester them later for that review. Now, a lot of times when people are asked for review, they get writer's block. and they don't know what to write. And so the only thing they can think of is, this company did a great job. And that's all they write. And although that's not bad, it's really not going to help you rank on Google with a review that's just a few words long. So when you send them the link to get a review from them, you want to ask them a few questions so it helps them just answer the questions instead of trying to think of something to say. And you want to take them through a sales process, because remember, a review is like a referral to a stranger that they've never met. So you want to actually walk them through this process. So the first question that you want to ask is, what problem did you have before you contacted us? What was it that they were wanting or needing before they reached out to you? So that's the first question you put in. The second question is, how is your experience working with us? And please be specific with an example. This helps them actually provide a story around their experience versus just stating it was a great experience and it's very monotone and nobody really looks at it or reads it. In fact, I don't really even read those short reviews because they're kind of just a one-liner and they don't tell me anything about the company. So that's the second question that you want to ask. The third question that you want to ask is all related to transformation. So this question will change a little bit for your business. One way of asking it is, how has your kitchen remodel transformed your house? Or how do you plan on using your remodeled space of some sort? And so you want to ask them a transformation question. And this, like I said, is dependent on what type of work you do inside their house, if it's outside or inside or that type of thing. And when you ask these three questions, they now have a framework to follow. It's really easy to answer questions. Our brain is wired to answer questions. And so when we give those three questions in that text message with the link, it makes it so easy for them to give us that review while we're walking around, and we can walk right out of that house with a review, a happy client who's telling all their friends, and we are proud of the job that we did for them. Let's say that you didn't get a review when you closed out the project. Your next step is to follow up with them. Now, even if you did get a review from them, it's still important to follow up with them and make sure that everything is working fine, everything is great, and that they are still happy. Because if they aren't happy, you want to make sure that they stay happy so that they will continue to share your business with their friends and family and get those referrals. So my system is 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. So these follow-up conversations, you need to ask, like, how's it going? What's going on? Is everything good? And then say, hey, would you mind leaving us that 5-star review? And then sending them the link with the 3 questions again. Having this constant stream of communication with them will help them remember who you are, remember to tell their friends and family, and oftentimes people have more work for you than just the initial job. If you remodeled their bathroom, they may be ready to have their kitchen remodeled. If you did their roof, maybe they're ready for the siding. If you did the flooring in their kitchen and dining room, they may now need the flooring in the rest of their house. So there's always that opportunity to get more work from them without spending more dollars on marketing and sales. So these follow-up conversations are super important. Now, if you would like a copy of my entire SOP breaking this all down so that you can just insert this SOP straight into your business and get more 5-star reviews for your construction business, then just drop a line below and I'll get that right over to you.